Ciao, what's up everybody? Alright, so we are going to shoot a video today, why you should come to Vietnam in 2022. It's going to be a good one. I highly recommend you do come check out Vietnam in 2022. There's lots of things to see and do here that we'll talk about in the video. We're also going to talk about, there's been a new amendment to the health guidelines for entering Vietnam. I'll go over that first. So yeah, why should you come to Vietnam in 2022? Let's get into it. Well, first things first is now for incoming tourists, besides for just having the negative test and the health declaration app, you will need to have $10,000 of COVID insurance. I have found 2 websites, each costing about $30. So really not that big of an inconvenience. I do think it's not a wise move to add more stuff in. It should be taking more stuff away. I suspect that they're going to be tough on it for the first 2 weeks at the airport, and then they're not going to care. It's kind of like a lot of things in Vietnam. When they do rules, they're usually not stuck to. So I don't know how much they're going to be checking that and stuff, but time will tell. I would just get it to just be safe. It's $30. It's not that big of a deal. So the 2 websites will be listed in the description. All right, so let's get into it. Why do I think you should come to Vietnam in 2022? Well, for one, Vietnam needs all the tourists it can get. The tourism market has been completely down for 2.5 years. So it would be a great help to all these industries here that rely on tourism if you came on over. Number 2, Vietnam's an absolutely beautiful country. There's so many different things you can do. We're going to go over that too. But it's an absolutely beautiful country. You can go all over. If you want a nice beach and a nice beach vacation at a nice resort, you can go to Phu Quoc. If you want a chill beach town, you can go to Da Nang. If you want to see parts of old Vietnam, you can go to Hoi An and Hanoi. There's so many different areas to go that offer so many different things that it's kind of like an endless possibilities of cool stuff to do while you're here. You know, and then if you're in the shopping and you like high-end shopping, they've got it here. You know, you've got some of the best malls I've ever seen outside of Japan here. I mean, Aeon Mall, they do have Japanese malls. Aeon malls are amazing. That Giga Mall that we did in Thu Duc, also absolutely an amazing mall. So malls are still really a big thing here. And it hasn't gone down. Even though online shopping is gigantic in Vietnam, malls are still very popular. You know, they put good restaurants in them. They put good stores in them. This one has an H&M and a Zara. The malls are wonderful. Especially if you're in Saigon and you're a walker, you can just pop into a mall for a half hour and cool down, use the restroom, and they're all over. I mean, I'm a big fan of Vincom Center even. Lots of good places to eat. You can catch a movie. You can do all kinds of stuff. So you've got that going for you, which is pretty good. And then, like I said, you know, the flights are going to be fairly reasonable. Some people are getting very reasonable flights. The rules required, it doesn't even look. It's amazing how they operate like that. Didn't even look to the left until he was already out. So, you know, all the rules are really good. You just need a negative rapid test within 24 hours or a negative COVID PCR test within 72 hours. I don't see that being particularly too much of a big deal. Now, Cambodia did just drop that, but I still think you have to prove vaccine. You don't even have to prove vaccine here anymore. You are going to need that insurance, according to what they issued today. Again, I don't know if they'll backpedal on that, but if you're coming in soon, better be safe than sorry. $30 isn't going to break your bank. And yeah, so I would definitely do that. There's all kinds of really awesome things to see here, you know. You can go all over and find something to do. Every district in Saigon has some kind of special food or a special area to go to. I mean, if you guys watch, you've seen the R15's in rough shape. You got a little light hanging off on the left. Looks like he's wrecked it before. Pretty common in Vietnam if you drive fast. If you drive slow, you won't get in any trouble. But the affordability of traveling here is through the roof. If you're not you know, if you're looking for a kind of cheaper destination area, you can't really beat Vietnam as far as price goes and to what you get for the price. The quality of what you get for the price is pretty up there. I mean, you can stay at hotels in District 1 that, granted, aren't going to be 4 or 5 star hotels for 20, 30 bucks a night. That'll do you just fine. Because if you're going to be on like a 2-week vacation, you're not going to be at the hotel much anyways. Places where I'd recommend you get a nice hotel is if you go to like Phu Quoc and get like Duset Princess or something like this. Because you are going to spend some time at the hotel. And that type of hotel, like, they've got a bar in the pool. It's awesome. So you pick where you're going to have like a resort style hotel, because most of the time, if you're in Saigon, if you're in Hanoi, you're probably not going to be at the hotel particularly all the time, in my opinion. It's possible that you could be, but I probably don't think that you will. And like I said in my other video, you know, Saigon, you can spend a week here and find endless things to do. And if you're a person that likes to party, forget about it. It's awesome, you know. Boi Viet's awesome. I mean, it's still no Thailand as far as that party scene goes, but at least it's fully open, cranking. There's no restrictions. Nothing shuts down. It's open all night long, and you've got like 50 bars and clubs to choose from right there in one area. Absolutely a spanking good time. But the weather is always nice here as well. You know, even during the rainy season, it really doesn't rain that much. It rains for like an hour out of the day. No big deal. Usually it rains for 15, 20 minutes at a time. And you're almost always around a coffee shop. So you just pop in, have a coffee, wait for the rain to stop, or just bring an umbrella with you. It's not that big of a hindrance. As far as food goes, they've got McDonald's, Burger King, KFC. They've got all the standard fast food if you're not into their cuisine. But they have some of the best cuisine in Southeast Asia. You know, a banh mi is delicious. Pho ga, pho bo, also very delicious. These are very, very good dishes here. And they have so many other good ones. Banh cot. The Vietnamese food is quite amazing. And the people are just extremely friendly people. Everyone's very nice. Most people will help you out. Even if they don't understand English, they'll still try to help you. You can bust out Google Translate. And it's overall a relatively safe spot. You're not going to get like chopped up and murdered here or anything. No one's going to shoot you because no one's got guns. So there is petty theft, but where isn't there petty theft anymore? Where is it besides Japan that you can leave something on the counter for 5 minutes unattended and not risk it getting some kind of exposure? So of course you've got to be aware of that. And I mean, yeah, if you're walking around with your phone in your hand crossing the street, you know, it's possible some guy will grab it while he's on his motorbike out of your hands. That doesn't happen as much in America because, well, not many people ride motorcycles in America. But again, all you have to do is be cognitive about these things. Maybe that was the right word. Somebody will gladly let me know in the description. We're at the Cathedral, the Notre Dame Cathedral. And then you have the famous post office over here. I reckon in a week and two, these will all be very popping off. And as far as getting here, it's super simple. You can get an e-visa now. So especially if you're going to be here for 30 days, I'll put the website for that as well. Super easy to fill out. You just fill out the e-visa, they deliver it to you, you're done. So again, have your visa confirmed and in your hands before you book a flight. Don't try to last minute do it and like hope that you're going to get the visa on like the last day of it. Hello. Hello. Have a good day. Thank you. Come on. So, like, as you just saw, you know, people are super nice here. They just demonstrated that in this is, oh, these guys are back now. So these guys will do, they're like, they've got whole story cards in English. I don't know. I don't usually give them money. I give money to lotto vendors. I buy the lottery tickets and stuff. But it's very easy to get here now too. They've laid out a pathway of where it is super, super easy and super manageable to get here now. So they've really, you know, gone out of their way to pretty much make it as easy as possible to get here while still having some kind of control, you know? I love it here. Like, you can take a sleeper bus all over to different places. Like, if you're gonna go to Phu Quoc, you can take the sleeper bus to the boat, and then on the way to Phu Quoc, you can stop off at Han Son Island for a day or two. have some of that amazing seafood out in the middle of the ocean off of a live seafood market. This is the famous Book Street, which I reckon will be very popular again in weeks to come. Today is St. Patrick's Day. This video will come out today. We will be going and live streaming. I think this video will probably come out after the live stream though, so J.K. Rowling, she write new books. They should bring Harry Potter back. Why don't we have like an adult Harry Potter? Are we waiting more years? I want to see what adult Harry is up to. I mean, there's coffee houses everywhere here. There's bookstores. I mean, there's always somewhere to pop in if it rains and chill for a little bit. And there's always something to do. And the people are super friendly. Like I said, the weather is almost always awesome. It's almost always 90 degrees, a little bit humid, but you can adjust to it. Don't be a wussy. You can adjust. And, you know, it's pretty fun to go to all these different places. You know, you can go to Vung Tau for a few days. You can really plan a trip or completely not plan a trip. You just come into Saigon and chill in Saigon. Maybe go one or two other places and do a lot of time in Saigon. It's a really, really fun country. It's got really nice people. The food is extremely affordable. Hotels can be extremely affordable unless you go to like a 4 or 5 star, which can be anywhere from $50 to $300 a night. But the food, like, you know, a banh mi is $25K, like $1. So like you can get a whole meal for $1. Pho has gone up in price. It's like $35 to $60K depending on the place. So that's $2. I mean, you're talking very affordability on the food end. Same thing with coffee. Coffee's like $1 as well. I mean, everything is super, super affordable. The only place you can really break your bank is partying every night. If you go to like a super expensive club, you're going to be wasting money left and right. I do recommend go once, but I'm not big on clubs. I'm kind of over that age. I like more of a just sitting around and drinking scenario. This is M Plaza. It's pretty defunct. It used to be kind of going before COVID. I think this is where the Hard Rock was at. They pulled out of Vietnam, I do believe. Maybe they have a location somewhere else, but they pulled out of the Saigon one. It was a very expensive restaurant anyway, so I never went. I didn't like the menu. It was just super, super expensive. Let's actually walk back down here and then take a right because it's super loud with all the motorbikes on the street. Yeah, but I've had nothing but really good times here, you know. Some people hate it when they come here, and it's very rare I hear it, but, you know, complain of smog and stuff like this. I mean, I don't notice it in any kind of way because, as we know, I smoke, so it doesn't affect me in any kind of way. The humidity doesn't bother me at all. You know, if you're a guy that sweats a lot or a girl that sweats a lot, have your bag with you when you're out for the day and bring a couple extra shirts. Simple as that. Go take a change every couple hours and get that wet, sweaty shirt off. Bring a little towel with you. Good to go. I would always recommend that you have a packet of wipes on you too, in case you got to use the bathroom somewhere and they don't have TP. They got a bum gun, but they don't have a way to dry it at some places. So, yeah. Oh, here's some manga. A couple mangas. I still don't think the new one's out yet. We'll check at a manga store for her. Conan 101, I think, or 100 is what she needs. But it's a very nice little street here. This gets pretty pumping on the weekends. The kids come here on the weekend and hang out. They have amazing cable cars too. Like, I think Banana Hill's very cool, the Hands Bridge, but the theme park that's on the top is a complete waste of time, in my opinion. I found the food wasn't that great. It's really nothing up there, but just kind of looking at things. There's like one of those little toboggan roller coasters, which is, I guess, is okay. But going up the cable car is crazy awesome there. That's in Da Nang, by the way. That is something I really recommend that you do if you're in Da Nang. I think it's in Hoi An, technically. I can't remember. Or in between or some shit. Hoi An's pretty cool. Pretty laid back and boring. You only need a day or two there. But if you want to see like kind of old style Vietnam videos. A couple of hoodies. Are they going to jump on the tour bus? I think they are. This is the Ho Chi Minh tour bus. Now they're going to ask questions. Interesting. And then you've got another mall over here, Diamond Plaza. They don't let me film in there. They come after me like a pack of bandits, but it seems to be really higher end stuff. So there's a whole segment of like super high end shopping here. You know, it's very easy to get around as well. If you're like a couple, you can take a taxi pretty much. You want to download the Grab app and then use Grab car. It's going to be a bit more affordable than like one of these taxis, and just take a Grab car everywhere. Now if you're a single solo traveler, you can get Grab and then do a Grab bike. I do not recommend using a random guy on the street, as you have none of the information, and you know, Grab keeps it to where you know the guy. You can look at the license plate of what bike you're getting on and know that you're going to be safe. So I recommend Grab. Good product. Same thing if you're in Cambodia. That's how you can book a tuk-tuk over there on Grab. Let's see. I love the way they set up this new crosswalk. Very awesome. I think a really good time to come is during Tet, just because there's so much cool stuff to see, and then you get a city kind of all to yourself as well. And now eateries are open during Tet, so it's not like every food place is closed. It's a cool experience to be here during Tet. Let's just put it that way. Just like how the Philippines is really cool to be at during Christmas. Christmas is like the biggest holiday ever in Philippines, so being there in Christmas is pretty cool as well. But it's just endless possibilities of stuff to do. I mean, you can just look at my videos and see all the stuff that I've done. You know, I really do like District 1, as we know. And, you know, I'm the king of District 1 pretty much. I walk around everywhere and pretty much show you everything that has to offer here. So, and there's all kinds of delicious street snacks as well. There'll be a lady like this making that rice paper. She's got coconuts for sale. She's got juice for sale. And there's also ladies that have these little rice paper bowls with a bunch of stuff in it. It's very delicious. Quail egg. You can get crispy pork skin put in there. Chicharrones. It's just a really fun place to be. And you kind of can never run out of stuff to do. I mean, during Tet, like, this whole thing would be packed right now. This is the youth center up here, the cultural center. Kind of like a YMA, but with no workout equipment and more advanced. Like, no sports equipment, but like a culture where the youth can come. So this is usually all set up for Tet. Again, we've got another Highlands coffee. Highlands is like their Starbucks here, essentially. Starbucks is getting more popular as the kids really like it, the youth. The like 15 to 25 segment really prefer Starbucks. They really think it looks fashionable that they are at a Starbucks, if you get what I'm throwing down, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to pay. I would never drink Starbucks here. Vietnamese coffee is amazing. I haven't drank coffee in about a year and a half, maybe longer. I was an avid coffee drinker, but the coffee here is amazing. I mean, and there's somewhere to get a cup of Vietnamese coffee every 10 feet. So you would be foolish to drink American coffee when you're here. But yeah, the food is extremely diverse too. If you want Vietnamese food all the time, you can eat Vietnamese food all the time. If you want Japanese sushi, you can go to Japantown and have sushi by a real Japanese guy that's absolutely delicious. If you want a American bar that does IPAs, or a Western style bar, oh, this is new, I don't remember this place. Oh yeah, this is it. So they're setting up something now. I wonder what's this weekend. Looks like they're setting up the box. I'll have to ask Winnie what this is. We'll come here and film it. Looks like something for this weekend. So they throw little festivals here and stuff like this. I'll have my lovely wife check. This is the little tea place in here. But yeah, if you want whatever kind of food you want, you know, if you want a great American cheeseburger, they've got Soul Burger out there in District 2. I mean, if you want some good Mexican food, there's Banditos. Pretty good. There's just every kind of food you could think of here. And if you want good pizza, there's good pizza. Best Napoli style pizza is Pizza Logic. Best New York style pizza there is no real New York style here, but New York-esque pizza is Jimmy's. I think it's Jimmy's. But don't get a large pie, get a medium. The large doesn't cook well in the oven. It's a little off compared to the medium. The medium's the way to go. I learned that lesson the hard way. There is another new pizza place. I think it's just called New York Pizza. I would avoid that like the plague. It was not good. It was not good at all. It was actually pretty bad. I was super disappointed. Here's a Paris bag wet. If you want Korean bakery, there you go. You've got access to everything. You've got some of the best Korean barbecue I've had ever here as well. Longa, which is absolutely just delicious. I have a video on pretty much every place I've talked about. So you can just kind of probably type in barbecue or KBB and you can find it in Thai and Fat and Broke with it on a YouTube search, and you should be able to find it. But I've been to Korea a bunch, and it's on par, if not better, than some places. Their banchan, their side dishes, are through the roof. If you didn't know, and if you're new to the channel, your guy loves Korean barbecue probably more than anything in the world. That's probably my number one dish. Number one is probably Korean barbecue, and just Korean food in general. I happen to love Korean food. I love Japanese food. Sushi I love a lot. I also am a red-blooded American, so I love a hamburger and pizza too, And I love Vietnamese food. There's so many different Vietnamese dishes that I really, really like. I don't know the names of a lot of them. It takes me a long time to learn Vietnamese. I'm not good with it. It's much easier for me to pick up reading Japanese and then to pick up listening Japanese and Korean. It's not so easy for me with Vietnamese. And do you need to know English for your trip if you're here for 2 weeks? Nah. Would it not hurt to brush up a little? Head on over to Rusty Compass and put in his language guide, and he'll give you a rundown of pretty much all you need to know for getting around on a basic journey in Vietnam. Absolutely legendary YouTuber. He's Rusty Compass. I have no affiliation with him whatsoever. Never even talked to the guy, but I do appreciate his work. You got popcorn, all kinds of, she's making the little waffle things here. So you got all kinds of different, smells amazing. Oh yeah, it smells so good. The amount of stuff though, and if you're in the craft beer, there's a huge craft beer scene here. Huh? What? There's a sushi place over here. I don't think he wanted to be filmed, but I wasn't filming, right? I don't. There's a sushi place over here. I mean, there's just so much endless stuff of like things to do and eat and see. And there's a movie theater right here. It's called Sinistar. I do recommend CVG over this one. But they got Batman playing right now, which everybody's raving about Batman, how awesome it is. I don't know. I found it to be pretty boring and way too long. They could have trimmed off a half hour easily, very easily. I didn't need it to be 3 hours long. I'm not going to give any spoilers if you haven't seen it. I still think it's a must-see, no, but if you're a fan of the series, yes. I think he did an excellent job as playing Batman. It was just the rest were a little weak. But he took it very serious. I thought it was great. I understand the direction they went. It just was too long and a little too boring. Anyways, off of that, back to what I'm talking about. This lady's selling like dishware and stuff like that. You can always find something. There's a massage place right here. If you're into massages, they have so many massage places. I'm not a massage guy, so I can't give you any tips on that. But when he goes to these blind people, they give the best massage. I think you can just type in blind people massage Saigon and it'll pop up. That's the one that she recommends. This is a very good, I don't know what this dish is called, but it's very delicious. It's very affordable. It's usually like 10K, 15K. It's very good though. It's just like a bowl. Whoa. It's just like a bowl of, it's a bowl of everything thrown in with like a nice noodle. I love it. One of my more favorite dishes. Me and Winnie actually had it on our first date in her district. And then you've got all these different drink ladies here. This looks like some kind of soup. People still got the face shields on and stuff. I guess if you're older. That's really, the deaths keep lowering. They're down like 20% now. Death rate is way, way down. So like, the proof's in the pudding on that one. But yeah, I can't say enough really awesome things about why you should come to Vietnam. I think I've covered a lot. Especially if you're a single guy, there's a lot of beautiful women here. If you're a chick that's into you know, Vietnamese men. There's a lot of good looking men here too. So you can't go wrong. It'll be a good vacation. You can now get in, you can get a visa, you can get a flight. They've made it pretty easy. Like I said, that insurance only costs $30. I have 2 websites that I'll provide. Oh, so loud over here. That is the video, guys. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you want to see additional content and support me on the crowdfunding website Patreon, the link is in the description. As ever, I appreciate all you guys. The guy's bike is just too loud. He drives like a psycho. I see this guy all around town all the time. Drives, guaranteed he's gonna drive. All right, guys, stay frosty. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you in Vietnam. Peace out.